Welcome to your Barbados Today evening news update for Monday, September 16. Thanks for joining us. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. It was the first day of school for a number of public schools which did not reopen on the September 9 start of the new school year. Classes got off to a bumpy start at the Belmont Primary School. The school was closed just after midday after teachers reportedly fell ill. At news time, the Barbados Union of Teachers was meeting to discuss the matter. Over at Alexandra School, it was smooth sailing. Principal Orville Allen warmly welcomed his charges.
We love our school. We are happy to be a part of our school. And we will do everything to fly the banner of the school high, because we are not only just known as the beacon of the North, but certainly we are the beacon of the North. So again, welcome back to school. It is going to be a most exciting term. There is quite a bit to be done.
In other news, Omar Jackman, known as Lord Evil, appeared in the High Court today for breaching the conditions of his bail last weekend. He was arrested by police from the Northern Division on Saturday. He was released under the same bail conditions, which include a 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. curfew, and has been given a September 26 date to return to court. The 40-year-old of Stroud Bay, Crab Hill, St. Lucie, was seen by police who were at the Alexandra School in Queens Street, Speightstown, St. Peter, around 1 a.m., which was outside his curfew hours. When he was approached by officers, he ran off, but was later apprehended. He was taken to the District E police station, where he was kept in custody before going to the Supreme Court today. The rise in illicit trade and counterfeiting is threatening economies, businesses and consumers, and it must be treated seriously. That's the view of Director of Crime Stoppers International, Michael Ellis, as he addressed a one-day symposium today. Ellis, a former director of Interpol who headed the illicit trade crime unit, reported that international organized networks draw profits as high as $870 billion from the illicit trade, and much of this is laundered through international financial institutions and the black economy. He urged Barbados and its Caribbean neighbors to step up their response to this threat.
This has been allowed to happen because illicit trade and smuggling has been allowed to happen, or has not been detected, or has not been taken seriously. People die. Businesses are destroyed. Communities are destroyed. Society, your island, is under potential threat from that.
Ellis said that around 5,000 organized criminal gangs from some 180 countries are involved in the illicit trade, which he says is also feeding transnational organized crime.
That this crime is feeding drugs traffickers, feeding human trafficking, is making an impact on the environment. I spoke about the pesticides, cybercrime, money laundering, sexual exploitation, violence, health and safety. That this crime is linked to these types of things is well established.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
To regional news now in Jamaica. After a state of emergency was implemented in St. Catherine last month, questions are being raised about the security checkpoints which have been implemented. More in this report from Television Jamaica.
Head of the St. Catherine Police Division, Superintendent Rex Swearing, noted that there were over 93 murders in the division since the start of the year. But despite the update, councillors were curious as to why a checkpoint wasn't established in Gregor Park, which has seen an uptick in murders.
Although Gregor Park, police will admit, the place of concern, we decided that we will place the checkpoint in Waterford, but we'll have other operations in the Gregor Park here. We'll have some foot patrols and other police presence within the.
Also a source of concern was the boundary of the SOE.
I don't see where the JCF should go in and lock down the entire 850 houses community of Southborough. Likewise, Newland.
Councillor for the Southborough Division, Insler Parkings, argues that a targeted approach is needed to deal with criminal elements.
On the international front, Luxembourg's Prime Minister says the EU needs more than just words from the UK government if a Brexit deal is to be settled by the October 31 deadline. Boris Johnson was scheduled to appear alongside his counterpart after a meeting in Luxembourg, but that was cancelled after a group of anti-Brexit protesters heckled him nearby.
This withdrawal agreement has been accepted by the UK government. I just want to repeat and to remind that Theresa May accepted the withdrawal agreement. So don't make it like the European Union would be the bad guy not accepting decisions that the UK proposes. They accepted them, and it's not under my responsibility if they're not able to find a United Kingdom back in London and in the House of Commons and a majority. These are homemade problems, and we have now all to deal with that homemade problems who makes all ourselves in a more general problem. So I won't accept any time to be responsible as European leader, neither the Commission nor the 27 other countries, for, I'm sorry, the mess we are in for the moment.
And that's news, but for the very latest, visit us at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook, and sign up for our breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We're also on Isolated Media and bus terminals, as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM and Capital Media HD 99.3 FM. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Good evening.